December 8th is the fiat, Mary's giving of herself over pretty much to Christ. And I love this because he comes to her as her own son. And this is a beautiful reading for me in particular because I had to give myself over to my own kids in that particular way. Say yes to God as she said yes to God, and raise daughters in Christ. Not as always easy to do and for her case, because an angel came and spoke to her. Everybody gets an encounter in a different way. Everybody will have an angel speak to them in a different way. And for me it was, will you raise children and say yes to this? I said yes. Even though life is hard, it wasn't always easy for Mary either. Raising kids and as a single mother and facing all kinds of rejection or criticism. She inspires me is, her yes. And she said yes, and that was important because it's fair to question whether this is right for you. I mean, how could this happen to me? I've never done this before. For her case, it was I'm a virgin. How could this be done to me? But then that's how we work things out. We're confused at first, but then if we go ahead and accept it, everything falls into place. For her, it fell into place as the Messiah coming into the world. For me, it falls into place with raising kids and being a mom, homeschooling, and accepting that as my life. And she inspires me to do that every day. She's what keeps me going. And this particular Marian feast is one of my favorites because of that. She faced difficulty. She faced a life of rejection. She could have been stoned to death for her age, becoming pregnant. She faced single motherhood too. If it hadn't been for Joseph hearing the same words from the angel, she would have been all alone and there would be no Christ. And this is why we have to accept things, because it's God's will. It was her deep faith in God's plan, I think, and her innocent virtue of whatever happens, let it be done to me. I am the handmaid of the Lord. Let it be done to me according to thy word. It's a complete surrender to the will of God. A lot of people don't really grasp that. I don't. I have a hard time too. And I think that when we're faced with difficulty, a lot of the times our reaction is, no, get it away from me. I can't, it's too much. That's way too much responsibility for me. I don't want to do that. For me, when I say those things, and I do often enough, I regret it later. It's not as easy to say yes, but when we do, we're more fulfilled, especially when we know it's God's will. It's not always what we want, it's what He wants. So anytime we have a deep sense of knowing, nothing is impossible with God. So whatever difficulty we face, He's always there. He's always there.